The Kennedys. I think it's fair to say at this point, America's first family have devolved into something of a punchline. Whether assassination, or death by enrollment in the John Denver Flight School, Kennedy jokes are like Kennedys themselves. They never get old. Though I don't know why people still bag on Ted Kennedy. It's all water over the side of the bridge at this point. So who better to run from a clan of cackling retards than a man who sounds like he's perpetually fucking laughing? RFK Jr., whose primary claim to fame prior to this point was licking Hillary's cankles clean prior to 2016 and dicking the chick from Curb Your Enthusiasm. But he's recently repackaged himself. Now, to be fair, he was always skeptical of injections, unless, of course, they were full of fucking growth hormone, but he's since added to his repertoire a Republican-esque amalgamation of blue dog dem talking points that sound pretty on paper until you remember he's been down with every odious statist policy of the past 40 fucking years, lockdowns in fucking included, might I add. And hey, here's a story. There's an upcoming election. Advantage? Decidedly Republican. The Democrats do their damnedest. They run what they construe to be a middle-of-the-railroad moderate. They tell them to talk tough and act conciliatory. The D next to their name is for decoration, they allege. The Republican candidate has his issues, but he's nevertheless poised to steamroll in the upcoming election. And then an independent enters the race, vomiting a procession of loud and declaratory statements decrying the uniparty shell game and espousing appealing talking points seemingly tailor-made to court a conservative electorate, all with suspiciously well-organized aid of the entire GOP media and talk radio apparatus, every single position of which contradicts his prior position. Predictable as a sunrise, the independent draws enough of the vote away for the Democrats to emerge victorious, only for it later to emerge, many years hence, that the independent was anything but. He was a long-time, hardline Democratic operative with multifarious photographs emerging of him shaking hands with a Democratic victor at campaign events stretching back a damn decade or more. Anyway, that's my summary of the 2002 Arizona governor's election. Lucky for us, it's in no way a testing ground for anything we're witnessing at present. So long! All right, you get the fucking picture. I trust BTK more than RFK. However, this blatantly obvious strategy may actually prove an unforced error by the monoparty pissants, as at least some early polling suggests RFK bites into Biden a hell of a lot harder than he does the Don. And if you ponder the predicament for more than a microsecond, it's about as shocking as a country song with a fucking slide guitar. First and foremost, there's the fact that there's an enthusiasm gap between Trump and Biden Evel Knievel couldn't clear on a fucking SpaceX rocket. From his rallies, to his poll numbers, to 1,100 indictments doing dick to stall him, it's crystal clear. Trump's voters would crawl through 5 miles of razor wire and broken glass to vote for this fucking dude. Meanwhile, in every crucial Democratic voting bloc, from urban blacks to Latinos to shrill Harry Potter PTA moms, Biden's support has depreciated harder than the dollar. In short, there's a shitload more motherfuckers on the left looking for an alternative to Biden than there are rhinos on the right looking to kneecap the commander-in-Cheeto. And let's be honest, most of the ones who would prove turncoat probably didn't vote for him in 2016 anyway. Ben Shapiro. Hell, the DNC are so desperate, they're seriously considering Gavin goddamn Newsom, a man fresh from being recalled in the deep blue bastion of California. And before you shriek the words suburban wine moms, may I remind you how violently these bitches ovulate around anything at all named Kennedy? These bitches would blow Leon Kennedy, for fuck's sake. Every time he yanks the ripcord on that Porky Pig in a ceiling fan voice of his, or rips off that Hulkamania t-shirt to reveal the finest 69-year-old physique all the HGH supply in the world could cultivate, the dew point of the planet rises no less than 18 degrees. And that's a problem when a cabal of Karens account for 90% of Biden's non-cadaverous voting base, with the notable exception of himself. Look, I'm not saying no one turns on Trump for Rufk. Plenty of people may stand on principle, as they still have a sore asshole about Operation Warp Speed or some shit. Hell, I won't say mine is entirely hemorrhoid-free on that subject. But the problem with leaning so hard on that particular strategy is at that point all Trump has to do is reverse course convincingly enough And RFK, like DeSantis without 8-inch stiletto cowboy boots, becomes a man devoid of a platform. Hell, even RFK's stated platform, posted to social media just this past week, was a world-class exemplar of his unique brand of boilerplate bullshit, suffused as it was with sweeping remonstrations of the Mono Party while failing to significantly depart from the policies of same in a single substantive regard. How even single-celled bathroom bacteria could take a man seriously when he's still stumping for common sense gun control in the wake of the 2020 summer of love that reduced historic neighborhoods to fucking cinders is a phenomenon so inexplicable Robert Stack should be narrating it over thick unsolved mysteries synthesizer riffs. And while I appreciate a man who will migrate on positions, one man's maverick is another man's McCainite political piece of shit. He can hem and haw and hem and haw and hem and haw all he likes about how he'll happily see it another way, but if history's any guide, you let a Kennedy in office for more than a microsecond, they'll be grabbing more gun barrels than George Takei at Chippendales. Then again, perhaps that is an improvement. Up till this point, the only part of a gun a Kennedy could catch was the ammunition. I'm Razor Fist, God fucking speed!
Boy, it's a hard load to love you. It takes up all my time having you so familiar.
All your years involved with cock, you never hassled anybody or grabbed their cock.
You never grabbed anybody by the cock.
Yeah. Did you ever grab anyone by the cock against their will?
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.